Welcome back to Wrestling with Ski. Hopefully, you had a good weekend. Hopefully, your weekend was better than the wrestling products that we were given this weekend. And hopefully, you're also not like me, who was raised in PA and is a Steelers fan, but for some reason always loved the Raiders too for their violent swag because, dear God, did they ever, both teams make it a very long day, but they both made the playoffs. So, hey, I just wish, well, the Raiders didn't have to go that bad because that kind of was drawn out and, well, seemed like an eternity with me just sitting there going like this, blankly staring. But both two games were good and, well, again, better than what we saw in wrestling. SmackDown had some highlights. Uh Brock and Roman stuff was good. Paul talking, doing his thing, in the middle. Roman did his thing. Hearing Brock do the intro that Paul normally does for him and still getting to talk, even though he has Heyman. Like, I'm thoroughly enjoying that because, yeah, I mean, that was just the one thing I wasn't sure about. I mean, we all know that we don't know if there's going to be a swerve or who's going to swerve who, but, it was good to still see him talking and doing all that because I thought he's been, quite entertaining this whole entire time. And I also wish I could have been in the headset when Pat McAfee, pulled the COVID tested positive for Roman Reigns line. Yeah, I'd love to hear what, they had to say about that. And really, we all say that about a lot of things that come out of McAfee's mouth. But that was, one of the highlights, really, of the night. We got to see where they're going to go with it. Obviously, champion versus champion, how they're going to do it. Are they going to unify, everything, like, which I really don't see, the point in that. If you're going to have, separate brands and you put in all this effort, why go back to doing one giant roster? I swear they did the brand split. Last time they did it, lasted, seemed like 10 seconds, and they're back to everyone being on the same thing sooner or later. And I mean, if they just got decent writers and all that, I mean, everything could be really, really good. There's just so much dumb. And again, I was, kind of down on SmackDown this week, which is sad to have, Brock there, Roman there, like all the pieces were there. And it still wasn't that really exciting. I mean, Boogs defeated, Rick Boogs with, Shinsuke there with him on, but he defeated Sami Zayn in it was a quick, dumb one again. And what we got out of it was Knoxville dumped Sammy over the top rope afterwards. Then he officially qualified to be in the Royal Rumble and hit the music and him just stand there. Like, I mean, that was like, I mean, I guess, but, it's sad. That's really what we took away from that whole thing. It was cool to see that Mickey James, who just defended that Impact Knockout Championship, is going to be in the Royal Rumble, to see her coming over from there and getting to do that. So whatever deal they worked out, if it's a one-time thing, we'll have to see. But that was good to see it. They're letting her at least come over and doing a interpromotional thing to come over from Impact, because we all know Vince isn't really a big fan of doing a lot of things like that. But he let Jericho come over. He signed with AEW, obviously. Let him do Stone Cold podcast with him. So it's a few things here and there. I mean, this is the first one where it's in ring. I'm sure we're not going to see her with her Impact title. I mean, it'd be dumb to not have her have it, but it's cool to see her. I'm happier that she's in it than having Charlotte in it. I just don't see the point. It's dumb. We get to see Lita and Kelly, a bunch of, legends are going to come back. And, they have to do, a few of them. I just think there's going to be a lot of them because of how many people they've gotten rid of. Like, when there's that many legends announced before, like, superstars, I don't know how big I am on that, but it's always good to see Lita and them, do anything. And they're going to have Maurice and Beth at the show too. So, I mean, they really seem like they're just bringing as much firepower to the Rumble as possible. Maybe a ticket sales thing. It's a rating. I mean, tickets have been on sale. So, like, hey, but Mickey's going to be there. Lita's getting, like, they're just throwing all kinds of names out there. So I think that does tell you how the ticket sales and all that is going for them, which is on them, really. I mean, they're the one that keep giving us this product. But yeah, Mickey, good thing, Charlotte. I'm not so impressed. And then Charlotte defeated Naomi because, there came Sonya to keep messing with, Naomi. And really, I was over it before. Like, I'm really over it now. It's like time to crap or get off the pot. Like, you can't drag this out for any more months. Like, we all get it. We're all over it. All of our heads really, really hurt because of it, because it's stupid. At this point, it's stupid. So, like, we can just get on with it already, get it over with. Give us the payoff. Please don't drag it out for another couple months. Ain't nobody got time for that. However they're gonna do it. At least when they do it, they better pay it off. So, Sonya's back to full time, in ring competitor again. At least, I mean, that'll do something. For me, it won't do anything really, huge, but it'd be good to see her back in the ring because I did think when between her and Mandy, when they were together, I'm pretty sure she was the more talented one when it came to all of that. So hopefully they get that. This at least we get to see Naomi do something. It's like, oh look, it's Sonya, and then it wasted so much time. Happy Talk was a waste of time. Madcap coming out to Drew's music in a kilt with a broken sword, neck brace, canes, all that idiocy. It's hurt my brain. Madcap and Happy Corbin defeating the Viking Raiders. I mean, it was just quick and stupid. So really, I mean, just get rid of the Raiders. This is how you're going to use them. It's how they always get used. Get rid of them already. I mean, say I want to see anyone else get fired for how much, I complain about it. But I mean, that's literally what you got to have them do is go out there and get, pound their fist, throw devil horns, say raid for 5 minutes before a match, and then get beaten like 2. I mean, that's all they do. Just get rid of them already. Like, and then the Street Profits did that great, best of thing. That was good. That was entertaining. And then otherwise, I mean, like really just had a bunch of different names when they first came up, but just get over it already. Like just end it because it's not good. And then the Usos successfully defended the tag team championships in a street fight against the New Day, and it was New Day's last chance. So I guess that says we'll see where they go with Woods, in a solo career. I mean, there's no point in New Day being around to fight the tag division if they can't go for the titles for a very long time. So I guess this will give Woods his time to shine. But them starting off the match as a normal match, not like a street fight, that was like, what's the point, really? Let's just get on with it already. But it was good. I mean, they brought the stairs out into the crowd, which, was good. So they could be right there and see him plastered with it, do everything right. And it was, again, but it was the Usos and the New Day. Like, we know they're going to put on a good match. Now just the Usos have the 1D, one and done. Their rendition of the 3D, they put dude through the table to pick up the victory and retain the title. So they added that new wrinkle to that. So, adding moves is always good. Adding moves, to as an homage to a team as good as, as impactful as the Dudleys were to the tag team wrestling, world as a whole. Now the title reigns they've had all over the place. I'm okay with that. Put them through a table, I mean, whatever. And we'll see where they go with Woods. Again, I think he's, super talented. It's just time to see what they're actually going to do with it, because he has the charisma. He has the build. He has the ability to talk. It's just how do they feel about him in the ring, which is really the one that's going to come up to all of it. But yeah, like it was a good match. We knew what it was going to be. And I mean, Brock in that at the beginning, we got to see that Nikki was, just an announcement that Nikki was going to be in the Rumble. I mean, that was it. Like out of all those moments. And then having Seth come in, who's on Raw, to come in to be the person to take on Roman for a title brings back to the what's the point of having the brand split and doing any of that if he got sent over to Raw and now he's over on SmackDown. I mean, if Drew was supposed to be the one put on this path and now his next, gone, so they have to figure out what to do. But there's other people on the roster that you can do that with that are on SmackDown that you could use to have do something instead of pulling a guy that's on Raw that's been in that headache with the title picture, all that, come over to SmackDown. Like, it was just stupid to me. It was, it'd be a hell of a match. but there are a lot of people on the SmackDown roster. I mean, there's not a lot on any roster, but there's people that they could have filled the spot to give someone just an opportunity to see what they could do instead of bringing someone that's supposed to be on another show to face him for his championship. It's just dumb to me. I mean, again, I'm looking forward to the match, but concept all around with all the people they have. I mean, again, everyone's been saying it's supposed to be Drew, is supposed to be the one to, take it off of, Roman and be that guy. And if his next third, I mean, I'd say you should have gave someone else an opportunity. That's just me. I'm just one guy talking into a microphone. Some beautiful artwork on the wall, Marine Corps flag, this cool thing. Yeah. So thank you to Crystal for that. Yeah. I got a lot. It's the God of War statue from the one they just came out with it. Him slicing his head off, his kid shooting one in the face. Good times if you're listening and not watching. But I mean, again, I'm just a simple man with all that, but it'll be a good match regardless of how they do it. I just wish they would have gave someone an opportunity because I mean, we're really evaluating people every 6 months or so. I mean, perfect time to see if they can actually go is just to throw them there. But it is what it is. Overall, it wasn't my favorite night of SmackDown, which is really a bummer. That between that Brock was the big moment, him and Roman's interaction. Pat McAfee saying COVID tested positive for Roman Reigns, and Mickey being in again as the Knockouts champion from Impact, being in the Rumble, like that was the big one. Like there wasn't a lot of good happy stuff, just like there wasn't a lot on Rampage. I mean, Adam Cole defeated Jake Atlas, who didn't see it coming, and I'm still not impressed with that. Unless you can go back through I'm sure you can go back to the early episodes too, and I talked about stuff. Still not impressed with Jake Atlas. I mean, he's talented. It's just don't dig it. Sorry. And then having Orange Cassidy and best friends come down to even it up against with Cole, Fish, and O'Reilly. Like so that's not over. So they kept dragging that out. Shivani interviewing Andrade, that was a waste of time. Hook defeated Aaron Solo and gave QT Marshall a suplex afterwards, which again, who didn't see that coming? Like how exciting it is. I mean, it's like the same, now it's officially to me getting to we see the hype. Like, I mean, it was the most we saw Hook have to deal with, but I don't know. I'm not even saying he's bad. It's just the same thing over and over. Like we get it. Let's get him going on some good stuff. So there, I mean, that, and then Ruby Soho and Riho defeated Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter, and it was everything you'd expect. Nothing spectacular. Wasn't the greatest thing in the world. Wasn't the worst thing in the world. So again, that was blah. And then Santana, Ortiz, and Eddie Kingston defeated Daniel Garcia in 2.0 in a no holds barred match. But Daniel Garcia in 2.0 attacked after the match. Jericho came down to do the save. Like we all, again, nothing exciting, nothing we didn't see coming. So sadly, Rampage really didn't do a lot for me. Because I mean, really, what did it move forward? And then the Battle of the Belts, whatever. I mean, Cody gets the title when no one really seemed to think that he should. And then he can't compete, whether COVID, I'm guessing, or injured, whatever the hell it is. So Sammy Guevara, goes against his brother Dustin, the natural Dustin Rhodes, and with Arn Anderson there with Dustin, and Sammy won. To be the first ever AEW interim champion, the interim TNT champ, which is just weird, and he's already making defenses of it. I mean, again, they backed themselves into a corner with it, but it was still a good match, though. At least I'll give him that. It wasn't the greatest thing ever, but Dustin could still go when he has to, and he still puts on good matches. So I'm not completely bashing it, but I mean, they give the belt to Cody, and here we already are. Now we have an interim belt because whatever. I mean, sick, COVID, injured, whatever the hell it is. Really don't care. Why'd you put the title? I mean, it was just dumb, and then it just keeps getting dumber. And well, you disagree with me on it, but it's dumb. Sorry, didn't like it. Not my thing. Still looking forward to Sammy doing defenses of it though, and all that. So I mean, don't get me wrong there. It's just having an interim belt because everything went to hell already is just dumb. Obviously, Ricky Starks defeated Matt Sydal with Powerhouse Hobbs in his corner for the FTW championship. Who didn't see that coming? Powerhouse Hobbs attacking Matt Sydal after Dante Martin. We haven't seen him in a while. coming down to make the save for Seidel. I mean, I was okay with that. Haven't seen him in a while. I mean, throwing him back in there, Matt Nick and saving him after he had him dump him, like that was kind of weird. But again, I like Dante Martin, and he's a baby. I mean, I don't know, baby face or he's a baby. So I mean, that talented in the ring at 20. I mean, I'm not a fan of Powerhouse Hobbs, but a fan of Matt Seidel and Dante Martin. And again, Hook's even talented. Just got to put him in something that isn't so stupid. But I mean, that was just, no one thought that Ricky Starks was going to lose the FTW championship. So it's just like, what was the point? Really, really, to me, at least that's what it was. And then Britt Baker successfully defended, the AEW Women's Championship against Riho, got her first ever win against Riho in the match. And again, it wasn't a bad match. I thought it could have been better. I mean, for what they could work with, yes, but I mean, for Britt to be out, have the hold on the belt that she has for this long, and Riho being the first one, I thought it could have been a better match. Sorry, it sounds like I'm dumping all over everything, but I mean, it was really, compared to some weeks that we've had lately, it was a bummer. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's why the ratings are where they are. It's just because stuff is just, ugh. And they had the normal Jamie Hayter doing her part, Rebel getting thrown out. Like, it was all the normal stuff that you would expect. And, wasn't my favorite weekend. I mean, judge me all you want, but I thought that could have been so much better. And again, one of the biggest things people are talking about, really the thing that I've seen is Mickie James being in the Rumble, even though she's the Impact Women's Championship. And that's the biggest thing out of 3 shows that we're coming away from. Like, good on Impact, because their name's getting mentioned a lot there because there was nothing real exciting. And to me, I mean, I'm looking forward to Seth and Roman, and I'm looking forward to Roman and Brock, however they do that. But, it just wasn't the thing to me. I mean, they could have done better to me. Comment and tell me I'm wrong. There's enough of you that listen to this that could very easily tell me that I'm wrong, but I thought it could have been a lot better. It's just plain simple. I just straight to the point too. Like, there wasn't a lot of talking here. It's just, I didn't dig it. What a letdown. So they need to do better. I mean, people are all about ratings. Like, ratings are important on everything, no matter what you are. They're children's network with cartoons or movies or wrestling, or news, sponsors, sitcoms, like everything really matters on the ratings. And if they want to do better, and they got to put on better products, because I mean, there were some good rampages. And this one, I mean, it was just, we all knew it was going to happen. So it was a waste. And the Battle of the Belts, I mean, started off wrong anyway. And we all knew the FTW championship wasn't changing hands. I mean, there was, I don't know. This could have been better to me. They could have put together better and had better matches. But as I digress, I'll stop repeating that. I'm looking forward to a lot of stuff they have going forward. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's going to be good stuff. Raw's tonight. We got 2.0 tomorrow. Again, then Dynamite. And we have a whole nother week of stuff this week. And there's a lot of chance for them to make it up. But normally, at least one of them was like a hit on the weekend for all of us, whether it's SmackDown or Rampage, or when they do something on a Saturday night, which they have done. This time it was the Battle of the Belts. They've done things, Saturday Fight Nights, like they've done stuff. And there's normally like one of those things that's superior. Really, I put them all. I mean, you got more moments out of SmackDown, but there was also just so much. Why are we even, like, what's the point? Like, it just, I don't know. It's a bummer to me. So I'll leave it at that. And appreciate everyone for checking it out. Again, videos are on Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble. Audio is on Anchor, Breaker, Stitcher, Radio Public, Pocket Cast, Overcast, Audible, Amazon Podcasts, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. And I'm sure I missed something in there too. See people listen to it on Amazon Alexa. So whoever you are on the Amazon Alexa, I see that you're listening. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And don't forget, to share everything out for me. Like, share, comment, and repeat on everything that I do, whether it's audio and video, to help get more eyes and ears on it, which helps out immensely. You know, gets more eyes on it. Like everything that can get more eyes and ears on there is a plus. Hopefully you like what I do. Let me know what you think. Of course, follow along on all platforms. Me, Dan, and Justin, we all appreciate it very much, and even Hannah. Hannah appreciates it, even though you only got to see her once. So, yeah, share it out. Enjoy the rest of your day, and don't forget, we are now officially Mondays and Thursdays doing Wrestling with Ski to cover everything. I might do an occasional weekend show with Hannah, but Mondays and Thursdays are the days. So don't forget to check it out, and they will always be there, whether you're getting notified about them or not. Please go look, because set a reminder, do whatever you have to. But every Monday and Thursday, they will be there. So enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for everything. I appreciate y'all. And until Thursday, my friends, be good to each other. Enjoy the wrestling, and peace.